one sea, one sky, one earth. So you and I gotta learn to live together. When one hurts, when one needs, we all leave, gotta learn to live together. Peace, 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 peace. Alright. Isn't it time when the stop time? Isn't it time, mother, stop crying? Stop the fighting and the hate. We gotta make peace before it's too late. There's one sea, one sky, one earth. So you and I gotta learn to live together. When one hurts, when one needs, we all bleed. Gotta learn to live together. Peace, in peace, living in peace. Alright. So why is the war? Why do we fight? There's one sea, one time, one earth. So you and I gotta learn to live together. When one hurts, when one needs, we all gotta learn to live together. Peace, make peace, make peace, peace. Alright. Isn't it time, brother, stop time? Isn't it time, mother, stop crying? Stop the fighting and the hate. We gotta make peace before it's too late. There's one sea, one sky, one earth. So you and I gotta learn to live together. When one hurts, when one needs, we all bleed. Gotta learn to live together. Peace, in peace, living in peace. Alright, peace, peace, together. Peace.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you guys for joining me on the Shadow Chasing Show. I'm your host, Eric West Sky Cloud, and I'm starting to get this thing mic out of my mouth. Oh my God. Yeah, you guys know I'm actually very, very late, and the reason why, actually, that's why I did the typical rabbit down the rabbit hole with Alice in Wonderland. There has been a lot of things going on. Well, number one, I'm no excuse, but YouTube is playing around with my camera. What locked me out? I had to turn the whole thing shut the whole thing down, reboot. They're locking it out, so I wouldn't be able to do a show. Gee, I wonder why. Shadow banning. They're watching, and they're watching everybody. Then Google started interfering with my other site here for Facebook, and go in live chat. It's stupid. These guys, for some reason, what the heck's Google got to do with what I'm doing? But saying, oh well, we don't like this. We don't not wanting to. We don't like what you're doing here. Blah blah blah. Going like, stick it up your ass. So I just told Google to leave me alone. And they were doing a full screen. They actually was on Facebook, full screen, boom, covering me. So I think what Google's down is partnering with Facebook. So they're saying, oh, we're not shutting you off, but you know what they're doing? They're checking your information, what you share on the page, and certain words you use is considered still a wording algorithm, and they're still watching what you're doing. They don't like what we are doing. Still, they're making sure they watch. So the thing is, like, Trump's going to take care of it. I know it. But right now, we're still dealing with some of the glitches, and they're still messing with TikTok. People are still unable to get into their rooms. Still, people are still getting kicked out, losing their pages, even though Trump says, no. And he did sign it, saying that they're going to fix it. Yes, he is going to fix it. But TikTok right now, China, what can I say? They're trying to run the whole thing. Cheers, guys. This is my Q cup. Haha. This is my Q cup, my mug that was actually given to me as a gift on Christmas time. So I love that one. The lady that makes these mugs said to me, what would you want on there? And I said, that. And that was in my app. So I just gave it to her, and she's give me a couple of days, is ready for you. I went, yes. So I use it all the time. Anyways, tonight will be a lot of psychic mediumship messages as well. But I'm also will be talking a little bit things about Canada as well as the US, where there are some things that are certain groups of people are still trying to slip in from the back door. And I will say back door, knock, knock. And that is a fellow by the name of Mark Carney. Mark Carney, folks, put the big heads up. I'll tell you one thing. When his name was mentioned, the first time someone mentioned his name regarding he's supposed to be a financial advisor for our supposedly retired, supposedly stepping down from our work from our parliamentary business, actually, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He didn't step down. He prorogued the whole department, and he's still freezing assets, folks. He's still messing around with your monies. And the thing is that we're still dealing with him. My wife just informed me that Justin Trudeau now has offered something new to your people, and that is he wants you to invest in him. He wants you to invest $350 on the AI market. Okay, this is stock market, folks, and not AI. If you invest $350, you'll be making $350 more every day. And I'm thinking to myself, AI, but whose AI is it? Basically, it's Canada AI. It's actually Justin Trudeau. He owns it, that piece. Little words in there, and that's his company. So he wants you to invest in him, invest in this little business so he can make more money. That's why he stepped down. He's trying to make money on the AI. Whatever he's doing, that's his little prerogative. But I don't trust him. No one would trust him. This man is 6 feet under, as far as I'm concerned. Get it? So anyways, Mark Carney, let's talk about him real quickly here. Mark Carney actually is a sly dog. Ooh, careful, boys, girls. He's a sly dog. He actually did work as a financial banker, as an advisor in the UK. The Prime Minister even gave us the big notice, the big heads up saying that he ruined the country. And I'll bring this in for you guys to see. I mean, we did see here, look at this. Carney lashes out at Peter Polyev after photos of Carney with Epstein's child, trafficker emerge. Well, of course, they know each other personally. Now, what I understand, rumor is airplane list, flight, you know what? So Lib establishment Golden Boy Mark Carney is scrambling to control the narrative after photo of him hobnobbing with Epstein's accomplice resurfaces. Gee, I wonder why. It's because we already know he must have been there because he's a banker. You guys get it? He's a banker. Now, here is one lady here who actually is funny. The former UK Prime Minister warned Canada about Mark Carney, said that he destroyed Britain's economy, and he says that he'll destroy Canada's. She says he'll destroy Canada. So here he goes. I want you guys to hear this. I think it's vitally important. So now you know what this man has done. Basically, they're giving you guys, trying to give you guys a bit of a heads up, and that's exactly what's going on. Okay, so here you see here, this part is important. Watch this carefully. She is already been already has been um, sentenced. Okay, she's doing major time right now. So there's Carney right there, and he's smiling big time. Now you're only seeing small one photograph. There are many photographs of children. Children. Okay. This is one of them. But so basically, this is not all what you expected to see. So, anyways, let's see here. Um, let's leave her out of this. One more time, guys. So now you know, guys. Be aware of this. Like if you start seeing more uh, things coming up, what Mark Carney says he's promising, he's not promising. He's also for carbon taxing, but he wants to change the name. He's for carbon taxing still, but he wants to change the name so it doesn't sound so bad. Okay. So here's one for you guys to pay attention to. I want you to see this part here, which this is actually Michael Barrett goes after the advisor to Trudeau's Mark Carney and the massive conflict of interest and the corruption seems to trail him. Why won't the libs swear Carney is a public office holder so that the full extent of Canada's disclosure laws apply in as well? Okay, here we go. So, guys, now you know. Basically, the thing is that why I'm bringing this up for a reason. Your money, your decision in government the next time, like basically, we are prorogued. Okay. This is what's going on. We have proroguing going on. And my little girl's in the room. Um, and the thing is that if we have proroguing, and it's not pierogies, folks, it's not Ukrainian or Polish, it's proroguing. And basically, he's got government shut down until the end of March. And this is what the Conservative Party and the NDP don't want this. They basically want people back in Parliament to finish this off, get this thing done. Carney is not who you want. Okay, I'm guaranteeing this is a big warning, big heads up. Carney wants more to add more to carbon taxing because it makes him money. Don't forget, folks, he has already been the financial advisor for Trudeau in our country in the background. Okay, he's already been doing it already, long time ago, and now he's coming forward, or Trudeau or whoever is encouraged him to come forward, say, "Here I am. I'm going to be in control of your country. I'm going to run it." Now, historically, he's supposed to be from Edmonton, but when I saw his school picture as a teenager at 16, 17, 18, 19, he does not look like himself. They're calling him Mark Carney, but anybody who's ever known of him, they said they call him Mike Carney. This is not who you may think this is. This may be an unidentified person taking this person's role. Calls himself Mark. So he's Mark on the spot Carney. Watch closely, folks. Why would somebody be called Carney? Because if you know what a Carney is, someone who tries to dupe people in a carnival, okay? Read the meaning of Carney. You're going to understand why. Let's put this up for a second. Let's use the word Carney. Okay, let's bring that one up. So, no, little one, I can't do that right now. Let's see here. No, not the one here. Da-da-da. Okay, let's do this first. Carney. The meaning of Carney. Okay. Just to know. Okay. Means a carnival or amusement show. Also means a person who works in a carnival or amusement show. A carney is also someone who actually dupes people out of their monies. A carney. Okay. So would you trust a carney? Or would you trust someone who actually says to you in public for the last few years that they want to cut the tax completely off, carbon tax, the whole 9 yards, done. Our country, Canada, will no longer be carbon tax. Now, British Columbia, we've got triple carbon tax against us right now. 3 triples. We are the most carbon tax province in our country. And Canada is the only country in the world that's carbon taxed. Nowhere else, no other country is carbon taxed. We are the only country carbon taxing. Why? Because they have to profit in their pockets. Every time Trudeau says we're going to raise it more, raise it more, raise it more, it goes into his pocket. Okay? He's the one that's going into his pocket. That's why. So watch carefully, folks. I'm telling you. Watch your, make sure that you know exactly what's going on. Beware of this because Carney is not who you think. He's a very smooth dealer. Okay? That's Carney. Dealer. Smooth dealer. Now, also too, let's see here. They, I'll also bring up one more thing here regarding Carney. More him? No. But if you ever seen any of his work, and if they corner him, he doesn't like to be cornered, he'll abruptly cut off the conversation and leave because he doesn't like being questioned. And like I said, I gave you guys a heads up. This is a warning. This whole show is going to be recorded and shared with everybody across Canada, across the world. So the thing is that, and everybody's been putting so much information of Carney. They've done research on him. The guy is not good. And trust my word, my intuition says don't trust him because he's a bad dude. I'm not kidding you guys. You don't want somebody to do any more worse to this country than ever before. It will be so bad, especially in British Columbia. Okay. And it's going to affect everybody here. And then you're going to wonder why you want to leave your own country. You don't want to leave your own country. Stay where you are. Okay. Yeah, and Linda says, and the budget looks after itself. Laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. It doesn't, folks. It doesn't at all. So Linda was saying no sound. Just refresh your page because I got the sound. I remember seeing it in here. No problem. It's coming up good. So yeah. Okay. Yep. I can hear the noise. So yeah. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to hear. C. Back it up. Back in here. There we go. Bring the sound down on my pad here, so I know exactly what I see, what's going on. That one should be okay. Yeah, that looks good so far. Yay. Good. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to the chat room. Those are actually on Facebook as well as YouTube. We're back and forth on both screens and YouTube as well as Facebook. So if you want to jump back and forth, you're more than welcome to. Facebook does have a chat room. Go into my page and check it in there, folks. There's a chat room in there. Go into my page, Tina. You'll see in the chat room. Just refresh your page on Facebook, and you'll see it come up on my page. Here's the thing. A lot of the social networks pages now are not refreshing themselves on their own, and they don't just come up on their own anymore. You have to refresh your page to know what's coming up as far as anything that's new on, because that's what they're doing. They're playing with they're still playing with our pages, our walls, information. There have been a lot of people that I know have been believing they've been shadow banned, and they're just regular people. People actually having difficulties right now. They're not getting any acknowledgement of people writing to them. I've actually had people who have trying to get to, or have been trying, they themselves been trying to message me through Messenger, and they said they've been sending me messages, but I can't get the messages because it's all empty. All your messages are empty. Like the time is on there, the date is on there, but there's no messages, it's blank. And so what's happening is the Facebook is choosing who they will allow to contact you, and they're playing with you. So don't get upset. Sometimes you may have to refresh things, turn off your computer, refresh your pages, because this is what they do. It's crazy. I had my computer turned itself off or I had a computer turn my computer, refresh my computer, whole computer, because YouTube kept on saying, no, you can't use the camera. It's used by somebody else. No, you're not allowed to use the camera. We're not going to allow this, you that. I go like, bull crap. So I had to turn off the computer to disconnect from them because it can't follow my coding. So I turned it off, disconnect from them, and then refresh the page, start over again. Then I'm in, no problem, right? So what do you mean you can't find it, Tina? Okay, here's what I'll do. Anybody who is actually on Facebook that knows my page, please copy it, folks, and then drop it on into YouTube for her if you can. Because I can't do it right now because I'm actually live on my program. Let's see here. What can I do? Let's see here. Let's fix this. What can I do on that one? Can't on that one, but I will do this. I'm going to try something out. I have a spare phone. Yeah, you should be able to get in. It's there. It says I'm live. I'll spare phone. I'll see if I can drop it in there for her to see. Some people are saying they can't get in. I can't get in. You should be able to. We'll fix it. Spare phone. Always one step ahead of everybody. Have to be cover your back. Okay, so tonight we already discussed what's going on here, and congratulations, our commander in chief now is now officially. Well, he actually was inaugurated. Truthfully, he was actually inaugurated on the 5th of November, but he was inaugurated as the 19th president of the new republic, not a corporation. People are asking me questions. How come Donald Trump did not swear on hand on the Bible to be the president of the United States? Because he did not want to swear on the Bible because that's the 49th president. He doesn't want to swear under a corporation because a corporation is null and void. So basically, he came in specifically as the 19th president of the new republic of 1776, but he already got inaugurated on the 5th of November. Remember, folks, remember the 5th of November. That's the time he actually got officially inaugurated in. He is official now. He has signed over 200 affidavits already to make sure things are working for everybody in the United States, but it's also going to be working for people like us in Canada and across the world. He's working on having to work with us, not against us. Now, there are people out there that don't want to separate from Canada. You're not separating. You're combining a family. Okay, I'll give you an example. Why would you put up a wall between two First Nations bands? Okay. Why'd you put up a wall between two First Nations bands? Why can't they have free access going across to see each other's relatives? Now, this is what Trump is doing. He's taking the wall down. He's giving us our freedom to go across the border. So it will be announced in March, the end of March, that our border is going to be open and we'd be merged. Okay, it's happening. It's coming. I've already proven this to you guys last week, and it's going to happen. You may think you're going, oh my God, we're going to be Americanized. No, I'm not going to like it. But you're panicking because of the Democrats telling you it's going to be really horrible, and people are going to go, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. It's not. It's better. You may not realize, but our commander in chief, Donald Trump, has actually been babysitting our country to make darn sure that our prime minister hasn't destroyed the country, because his goal and his leadership from the World Economic Forum, and him and Chrystia Freeland, their plan was to basically take us out completely. Basically, we were going to be screwed. Okay, because they were going to hand over our country to the World Economic Forum, which basically will be controlled and run by Klaus Schwab, the Fourth Reich, German leader of Hitler. I'm not kidding you guys. That's what their goal was. And they said in the World Economic Forum, and by their rule of their ways of the New World Order, they want you to give up all your property, your home, and everything, and you'd be happy. No. So basically, that's why Trump's and all of the people, they trumped them and said, no, we're taking the country back, and it's taking the countries back to protect you. So no Trudeau, no. I don't think there's going to be, I'll be honest with you, I don't feel there's going to be any more prime ministers of this country in this country to control it. Now, you may have a governor elected to take care of Canada because it'll be considered as a 51st state. Now, you may like it or not like it, but it has already been signed a few years ago. It's been done already. So Rachel says, so you need to tell me that at the end of March, I can go move in the United States and no problems. Thank you for all you do for us. Let's put it this way. It will be announced and you will know when. Okay. They're going to notify you, but when they do notify you, it'll be because of the pressure and you'll start seeing, how do you explain this part? You'll start seeing stingers coming through a parliament, and you're going to see a lot of politicians arguing and fighting over each other, And you're going to see it come to the point they're going to go, no, no, I'm sick and tired of this. Why can't we have a politician that can do something good for all of us? You need to remember too, folks. Poilievre actually was a member of the World Economic Forum as well. He sat next to Trudeau at the World Economic Forum, and he was talking big time regarding all this at one time. And then I guess whatever it was, or whoever talked to him, whoever pulled him aside and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" Then he realized after the mistake he's making. So what Trump had done is say, "Here, Poilievre, come with me. I want to talk to you." And he took him aside and had a chat with him. He said, "Be smart. Don't fall for the garbage. Don't fall for the crap. We know we can trust you, and we know you're smart. Show me that this country can do better. Show us." But you're also going to have someone coming in from the background to try to disrupt it. And that was Carney, the new disruptor. You're always going to have a joker in the deck. He's a Carney. That's why I call him Mark Carney. That's his last name. They're calling it a last name. But again, be aware of it, folks. This is my prediction. I just didn't feel good about it when I heard his name come up. And I asked Spirit, is this guy good? No. Extremely no. He would not help the country. He would destroy it. And he's also, what you may not know, Mark Carney is also the head of the World Economic Forum. Okay? The WHO. He's also a head of the New World Order. As part of the WHO. Okay? So he's also the head of the World Economic Forum. And the reason why he's the head, because he worked side by side with Klaus Schwab. You'll see pictures and photographs of them together, shaking hands, doing deals. I'm not kidding you guys. Shaking hands and doing deals. Why would anyone be so ridiculously stupid to know this? Not know this, I should say. Now, if you don't, my apologies. But now you know. I don't want to see you guys. I don't really want to see you guys lose anything in this. I don't want to see you lose money. Keith, when do we get our money? It's coming. Be patient. They have to talk about it first. Money's not coming your way until they discuss about merging. Okay? When the merge happens, then things begin to happen. It's moving a lot faster than expected, because normally we would not have had anything happen until 2030, but they're trying to move it quicker. It's going to take time. You're going to need to remember, folks, we are dealing with 18,000 years of slavery. 18,000 years of slavery. And the worst of it all was during the Roman time period. That's where most of it began. And then the Pope was in control of all of slavery. He was in control of all races because they gave him a position to control you, and you let him. And so they created a Catholic belief system. Okay. And then they had other countries collaborating because their way of making money was war. And they would pretend that they hate each other and go to war with races and factions of other religions. That's how they made money. That's how they made money. And people may not realize, a couple of years ago when we were in lockdown, a special forces unit went to the Vatican, under the ground of Vatican, pulled out 165 miles of gold. 165 miles of gold that has been hidden away through the years and years and years of battles and destruction by the Romans. Okay. And they put all of that gold under the Vatican. Now, why is the gold in the Vatican? Why isn't it distributed to the people? Because the Vatican is to be considered himself as the kingdom. Kingdom. The Pope sees himself as the kingdom above all royalty. Okay. For example, remember the story of the Three Musketeers. Now, when a king had an advisor, who was the advisor? It wasn't just some guy who's just, here I'm a scriber, I'm an advisor. No, it was always somebody who was a cardinal. And who did the cardinal represent under? The Pope. Who told the king what to do? The Pope. Even though the king's supposed to be above the Pope, no. The Pope was the king above kings. That's why they called it a kingdom. He domed over everybody. He controlled everything. He told every kingdom what to do because they had the most gold. That's what they always say. Whoever has the most toys wins. Well, their toys were the gold. Now, this gold was taken back. And Trump's people, special forces, came in there and scooped them all up. Came back with 160, 175 truckloads of gold and drove it all back to United States and put it into a vault so it can be used to help all of us. He didn't just scoop it just for the United States only. He pulled it all out for everyone. There's enough there in the quadrillions. Quadrillions. It's even above trillion. It's above even billions. Quadrillions. It's good for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's there for us. Why do you think President Trump was encouraging us to invest in gold and silver? Because eventually our paper corporate money is no longer going to be used. We're going back into the real earthy material that's considered as more value than paper. Okay. Now, there's going to be a bill made. They already start making these certain kind of bills, but they're done in gold. Okay. Like a gold plate, but it's a gold sheet. And it's real mark and gold. And that is considered value as well. So, and yet also too, all the money across the world, every dollar, cent is going to be valued equal. There's no competition of who's above, worth more or less than that. There'll come a time that everyone's dollar will be equal. Not above, not below. There's no more stock market and value of dollars. It'll be the same. Gold will go up, silver will go up. That's good. That's your investment. Platinum, you name it. Anything to do with stone that's valuable, that'll have value. Even crystals will have value because from the earth. It's used in a lot of electronic items. So it's going to go a long, long way. So the thing is that it's going to happen in my lifetime as well as yours. Anybody else who's young or older, it's going to happen. You're going to see this. But it's a wonderful thing, not a bad thing. If I felt bad about this, if I thought that Trump was going to be the evil guy and they were saying, oh, he's this and he's that, I would agree with you. At first, I was duped because I believed what the media had said years ago because you thought the news media are telling you the truth. You find out later, then I found out later, wait a minute here. I work for the mainstream media. I'm actually an independent journalist. And I started to do the research and going, wait a minute here. They're being told what to do and what to say. The government's telling them what to say. It's not the journalists that are actually doing their own research. They're told what they're told to say, to hate the person or persons or groups, what they are and how they're telling you how to think. And even though also too, CBC, CTV, CNN, those news medias, when Trump was saying fake news, of course they're fake news. You know why they're fake news? Because they were paid to lie for the politicians. Okay? And they Trudeau even admitted it. He said, I gave CBC and CTV $4.5 million to lie for me. He actually said that. Okay? He said that. So if he's saying that, and people chuckled, CBC chuckled, he was no joke. He was real. He's telling you the truth. Why would he say the word lie for me? He could have said, "Oh, I gave them $4.5 million, so the news media will keep on working and do well. Good job." He didn't say that. No, to lie for me, he said. So what are they telling you? Because he's saying the truth. He cannot lie to you. He's told you he's not supposed to lie to you. If there is no borders anymore, then we be aware for immigrants and birth rights as Trump today that had people scooped up to the day, and this is going to put so much free in our community and not be good. Okay, let me explain something to you. When the news mainstream media likes to tell you about illegal immigrants, now, those that are illegal immigrants are being scooped up as we speak behind. You guys may not know this, but they've been scooped up. They're sending them back because right now, as we speak, there is a lot of people being sent back now. Trump said this: if you do not go back to your country, then you go to prison. Guess what? He said this yesterday. The immigrants now are walking back to where they are from. Okay? They're going back. And they're saying to them, okay, I want to go back to my country. And they're taking it back because they don't want to go to jail. Trump is telling them straight up, we're not kidding around. So there's illegal immigrants are going back. Now, if someone is a political prisoner and they're seeking, asylum, fine, then they can come to the immigration and have a chat with them and see what they can do. But they have to do a checkup on you first. But if you have a criminal record in your country, okay, and if you did something really bad there and you escaped the country to stay out of jail, you're going back. You're going back. If you're not pardoned, you're going back. And he's not kidding around. He has over 1 million, and I'm telling you guys absolutely factual truth. He has over 1 million soldiers. No one who's actually, as a commander-in-chief, there has been no one who's able to have that many under his wing. Why? Trump is not who you think he is. He is Special Forces unit. This man served in the military from the very beginning. Okay? He's not just Donald Trump. Originally, and you need to know this, folks. You may not know now, but you're going to know now. Originally, his original birth father was General George Patton, American military soldier general. And he fought in the Second World War against the Germans. And he was considered as a hero. And the reason why he was adopted out to the Trumps, the reason why, because his son, Donald, was in trouble, was in danger. So him as a baby, they had the Trump family adopt him and to take care of him. But they also asked them to let them know who his father is, and so on and so on and so on. And he grew up knowing who he was. But he kept it to himself. Now, how come I know this information? Because it is shared now because Donald Trump has allowed this. And there is proven pictures, photographs, documentation to prove that Donald actually is from his father, General George Patton. Trump is not the bad guy. Trump is trying to help everybody out there. Okay, I'm not kidding you guys. He's trying to help, and he's trying to help every ethnic background, every race. He's not a racist. He's been helping people, and he's the only president of the United States ever. He's never, ever took a paycheck and kept it to himself. He actually gave his money away to other racial schools, African American, Spanish American schools, so kids can get their education. He handed his money away. He doesn't need it because he's got the money, his own personal money. He's the only one that never used it. Every other president kept the money. He didn't. He gave it away. What does that tell you? He's putting people back to work. Watch what he has signed. He's telling you straight up. These are important for you to know. All of these documentations, he's actually telling you the truth. He's showing you what he's doing. Okay? He doesn't want nothing from us. He just wants to make sure that we're happy. He wants to make sure that we don't have to be taxed anymore. He's removing taxes out completely. He's gracing our credit cards. He's gracing all of our mortgages. He's gracing all of our debts. Debts as in interest rates on our credit cards. They'll be graced because they're illegal. He's removing all taxes because they're illegal. And he wants to take it out of there. He doesn't want, because he doesn't want us poor. He wants us to be financially stable. And he's the only one that really cares. And he's made it happen. In his first term as president, he did have it happen. He had people with jobs. People were working when he was president. They had jobs. Soon as that, after Joe came in, people lost work. Joe screwed it up. Okay? So Trump is showing you, okay, every other president was the same way. Other presidents didn't give you jobs, didn't give a crap. Keith, you're repeating yourself again. It's coming. It'll come. Most likely this year somewhere. Like I said, after March. Things are beginning to happen. We have to be patient. Canada is behind. We merged. You either agree or disagree. I'm telling you straight up, this is going to happen, folks. Blair says, why do some people who have done deep research on Trump say that he's not a good guy? They didn't do deep research. They're trusting. They're trying to accuse him, saying that he's 33rd, that he's a here's not 33rd. Let's look at them. They said he's an accused felon. He never was a felon. He never served time in jail. Trump never been to jail. That's your TV series called The View that says he's an accused felon. He never was a felon, folks. Okay? He never was. If you want to know more about this guy, he's there to help you. Now, if you want to believe what the mainstream media tells you, and people say, oh, they do the deep research on Trump and said he's not a good guy. Of course, because they are what are they, guys? They don't want to be where Trump is. They want to believe that being a Democrat is more powerful. You see, Democrats want world wars. Okay, every Democrat party has always gone involved in having a First World War, Second World War, and they want a Third World War. Your original Democrat leader, who was supposed to be Hillary Clinton, she was going to call for a Third World War against China and Russia. Do you know how bad that would have been for all of us? Okay, you know how bad that would have been bad for all of us? We would be starving and we would be worse than the 1930s Dust Bowl. My mother was in that Dust Bowl. Okay. Why would he pardon criminals on January 6th that hurt the police? That makes him a good person. Where is the respect to the law? This is your Democrats who arrested people and called them criminals, but there was no proof that these people were actually criminals. And then people that never attacked the White House, they never attacked the White House. They were accused saying that they did attack the White House. There's proof that they never did attack the White House. There's even internal film proving they never attacked the White House. They were just there. But Biden did not want anybody who works or knows Trump and values him as the commander-in-chief. Most of these people that they went after, now you're believing everything that the mainstream media tells you. Be careful. The CNN and all them, they're saying, oh, they're criminals. They never were criminals. Sure, they were sentenced because Trump could not interfere. He was not involved. He couldn't do anything about it. He had to wait. He had to show you the mistakes that Joe Biden and his cronies had made. Their job is to destruct and to try to ruin Trump's work. They were trying to eliminate all of Trump's work and erase it, as if he never existed. Why is Whoopi Goldberg and all those ladies in there incensed of hating Trump? Okay. And why are they insisting on wanting to lie to the public? Because they themselves are being investigated. They themselves have been involved in trafficking. and he's hunting them down as we speak, and they're going to get caught, and they're going to be picked off. Okay, I'm not kidding you guys. Whoopi Goldberg's in deep trouble. Okay, and there's a few people in there as well. So that, again, the truth is really coming to the surface, and it's affecting them, and they know it. That's why they're trying to they were trying everything they could before Trump became inaugurated, because they're trying to do everything they could to make you believe that he is a bad guy. He's not. Actually, they said there was witnesses that got hurt and died. So how do they deny this? Those witnesses are actually in protective custody. They're actually under witness protection. They didn't die. It's an act. Okay, you're hearing what the mainstream media tells you. Okay, I'm not kidding you guys. Why would Trump has never told anybody to attack the White House. He said, don't do it. Leave it alone, stay away. But those people that if there were people that attacked the White House, they were undercover pretending to be with Trump's people, wearing the red hats, pretend they're Trump's people, and they get busted. They find out later they were planted there. Okay? That's not Trump's people. And that has happened before. They've done that before. So you have to understand there was actually a young lady who was in the military. I watched the film. A lady in the military who was actually she came into the White House. She wears plain clothes. And she's in the military. And you'll see a picture, a video of a handgun go off, go pop, like. And then they pan in on the girl. Okay. Now the gun shows the gun pop in the air. The gun went this way. But yet, when they pan in on the girl about 2 or 3 minutes later, she's laying on the ground with a couple of bullet holes, or it looks like bullet holes, like there's blood all over her, right? I watched this guy. And then a bunch of people hanging around. Oh, she's dead. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. Okay. Now they're saying that she's dead. Here's the crazy part. They made a big deal about this. Next thing you know, about 6 months later, here she is at a rally, standing behind Trump. Yeah, she was in a rally, and she's had a cap on, and everybody's pointing. There's the girl that was supposed to have died. She got shot, but she was at the rally right behind Trump. You see what I mean, guys? To make you think that something went down. It didn't. Why is he not helping the state of California? Is it because there are Democratic there? He said California can take care of, take care of themselves. Okay, here's what happened. The governor of California admitted, him and the mayor, and they said this out loud, and they plainly said these words, word for word. I got the video of it. I played this last week. Watch my last video. He plainly said, we burned the city because we want to rebuild and put in a 15-minute city. The governor and the mayor admitted that they themselves started the fire and stopped the water from flowing to keep the fire department from using the water to put the fires out. Now, here's the crazy part. Trump heard the rumor of what their plan was. So what Trump's people did is they came to the military, secretly came in and told all the homeowners in that area, in Palisades, to go in their houses. Like they went to their homes and told them, take what you need to take with you and disappear. Get the heck out of there and stay away from the houses. Because we got rumors that your houses are scheduled to be burned down and they can't do anything about it. So you have to quickly get out of here, and we'll put you in protective custody if necessary. They have been They were evacuated from these houses 6 months previously before the fires even began. There was nobody living there. Now, yes, there were actors that are around, and some of these actors already knew ahead of time what was going to happen. And they did lose a lot. They were hoping that not all their houses are burned down completely to the ground, but their houses burned down one way only. It wasn't just by a match. It was by a DEW, a direct energy weapon. It was scheduled to hit a specific location, boom, because the cars melted there and not one tree burned for the longest time. And why would a car melt at 3,000 degrees on an average? You don't have a regular fire that can burn that hot and melt a car. And the same thing happened in what's the town again? Where my friend Don Doug Newsom, they lost their whole town, and that was burnt down with a DEW. Everything got burnt. Oh my God, I talked about it all the time. Just think for a second here. I'll remember in a few minutes. But anyways, this happened in where he lived, part of California as well. So Paradise, thank you very much. Paradise, California. Don Doug Newsom lost their house. They lost everything. Now, but here's the crazy part. Some of the houses had blue roofs. And if those houses had blue roofs, they never got burned. There's Lahaina, Hawaii. Okay, it got burned out. Now, there's houses that have blue roofs that never got burned. Why? Those blue roof homes belong to Oprah and Rocky Johnson. Okay, or I guess Rock Johnson, right? His house never burnt down either. But why did they come in after and ask people to donate money to help recover the area of Lahaina, Hawaii? That money was donated specifically so they can begin a brand new 15-minute city. Okay. Then there's 3,000 kids that went missing. But how come the kids were taken out of the school previously before the fire started? In school buses. Suddenly the school buses showed up, boom, quietly, load up the kids in the school, off they went. But the kids were not taken away into a further way out of the city. They flew out of the city, off the island. They were in the school buses, and the military copters came in, picked up the school buses, put them in the containers, and off they went to the military base, and the kids are being babysat. They're being taken care of there. So the thing is, folks, these are scheduled cities. Anything that's burning a lot of, they're being specifically chosen to become 15-minute cities. This is what the Democrats have been trying to create. They were trying to create a 15-minute cities. This is where Trump then could not interfere because he wanted you to see what they're doing wrong. Not himself, but the Democrats, what they're doing. The liberals and Democrats, they're all in cahoots. Their job is to create the new world order. Okay, that's what they're doing. So what is a 15-minute city? 15-minute cities means you are living in an area that's going to be barricaded off with high walls, and you're living in that same square, walking 15 feet or 15 minutes from one end to the other. If you can walk 15 minutes one direction, all 4 squares, they're going to have high-rise apartments and only electric cars, nothing gas-powered, and they're going to have all these stores and amenities all there for you, but you're not allowed to leave the city, the 15-minute city. You are stuck there. You cannot leave. That is like living in a prison yard. That's what their control was, to control you. And if you did try to leave, you get shot here. You're gone. That was their goal. Okay. Yes. And Surrey had begun their 15-minute city. They're building the 15-minute city already. Surrey, BC, here in Canada. It's on the website, 15-minute city. Now, does our mayor, Brenda Locke, know about it? She knows out of the butt, but she doesn't know it's going to be a lockdown. Okay. So the agreement was for Surrey, BC, Edmonton, Alberta, and a few other places, even one in Ontario, as well as Quebec. They were going to make 15-minute cities. They're going to show you. And so will Trump stop it? Yes. This is not happening. Okay. Everybody thinks that they're going to get away with all this. They're not. Now, if we do go into a lockdown for a short period of time, not for 15-minute city, we're going to lock down one more time because they're going to scoop up, the military's coming in, and they'll be scooping up the rest of the garbage that's been trying to control us. Because Trump does not want, he wants us to have our freedom. He says, no, this is not going to happen. Hey, nice to see you guys. Restore Belief, nice to see you with Nikki. Angel Our Life, good evening. So there's two people in the chat room with you two together. Okay. Isgisha, Linda, Tina. Nice to see you guys. Amazon. That's those other guys. Okay. Again, thank you guys being in the chat room. I'm showing you and telling you exactly what's going on. Okay. Let's see here. What about Surrey, Pitt Meadows, Vancouver? Will we burn? No burning. That's not that. We won't burn because there's nothing here to burn. That was already taken care of. We've actually had floods. We had two Chinese military bases built in the Coquihalla Highway, underneath the highway, on the mountains. This is my intel I got. When we were in 2019 lockdown, if you guys remember that one time, about 3 years ago, in November the 23rd, there was actually one of the mountains actually had a mudslide, and it came down in the Coquihalla Highway area. Okay, that's heading past Hope and up towards the up to Merritt. Anyways, that area itself, but halfway up there, the mountain had a mudslide, and all of a sudden the bridges are going out, like a rumble, bridges going out. And there's a flood. The flood headed out towards Hope as well as Chilliwack and Abbotsford, these other cities. What had happened was there was 2 Chinese submarine bases under that mountain. Okay, this is Chinese Communist Party military bases, submarine bases under the mountain. Yes, folks, under the mountain. And Trump's people knew about this and boomed it, took care of it, boomed. So it flooded. He flooded them out. It went through the valley, down the mountains, and then through to Hope and Abbotsford and Chilliwack. Now, they were kept on screaming and yelling, telling people, don't rescue anybody on the roofs of the houses. Why? Because they were finding Chinese military soldiers out of uniform, in plain clothes, like civilian clothing, on the roofs of these buildings. Now, in that whole valley, most of Abbotsford and Chilliwack farmers are South Asians and non-Indigenous people that have these farms. There's no way, I seldom ever see an Asian person on the roof of their barn. And why would they need to be rescued? So anyways, the RCMP are telling people, don't rescue these guys off the roofs, these houses, because why is it taking so long for people to rescue people off these houses, even though they don't belong to the homes? Guy didn't swim out there. So he came out from underground, under the underground tunnels, came to the surface onto the roof of the building. So the military came in, and you guys may not see this or know it, but the military came in and they scooped up these boys. When Abbotsford, and they even blockaded Abbotsford. Okay, they blockaded it. Why would you want to blockade Abbotsford on the highway to Chilliwack? Because they didn't want them to travel faster or to escape. Think about this, guys. They blockaded it, the whole thing. It wasn't just because RCMP. No, they blockaded it, like as in, no, you're not getting by. They scooped them up, took them out. So if you guys are believing that a water main or whatever it was, like, dam broke, no, the dam didn't break. Not where the Abbotsford Chilliwack. Oh no, the thing it broke down. No, it didn't. It was caused by what was above. They were capturing the Chinese military and they took them out. Now, at the same time, during the time we had the 2019 lockdown, the Trudeau had signed a deal with the Chinese Communist Party to build a military base just outside of Surrey here, on the edge of Surrey. They were building a military base while we were in lockdown. They dug an underground tunnel all the way down to Washington, D.C. And they built that tunnel very, very fast to get to Washington, D.C. And they had 90,000 military soldiers, Chinese military soldiers, ready to attack the White House in 2019. That's when Trump was president the first time. And they were going to go attack the White House. And that's exactly what their plan was. When Trump's men found this out, they were prepared for them. And as they were about to come out to attack, up, boom, boom, caved in, 90,000 gone. And then people said, oh, there's an earth tremor. Gee, I wonder why. Okay. You guys may not know, but there was a lot of underground war battles underground. There's underground cities and underground tunnels under BC. British Columbia actually was the largest human trafficking organization in Canada. And there were over 300,000 children rescued by our Commander-in-Chief's military special forces. 300,000 children rescued. They are in safe zones right now as we speak, and that we return them home back to their families. So, like I said before, and Picton, okay, remember Robert Picton, okay, his farm had also is part of that as well. Okay, but he was the fall guy. Originally, the person who actually was controlling his farm was Bill and Hillary Clinton. They financially built that underneath the ground under his farm. They had two tunnels, one built to the docks, the other one built to an airport. Why in that area? Because they're close to an airport. Okay, private plane. Another one heading to the docks. Who had those containers? Who owned the containers? Hillary. Okay, so she was taking girls, whoever she wants to take with her. So whatever, take off, and you never see the kids again. The rest of them are being shipped out to where? Two places: China or Ukraine. They were selling them. They're making money on children in the Ukraine. Zelensky was the buyer. People above Zelensky were buying. So what happened? Putin came in from Russia because he couldn't find. He heard that all the kids were missing. A whole bunch of kids were missing. So he figured, I got a funny feeling. That's why Ukraine was trying to create a war between Russia and Ukraine, because Putin came in specifically to rescue the kids, not to create a war with Ukraine. He wanted to get the kids back because those kids belonged to Russia. So he attacked Ukraine, and they took out 28 silos, and they emptied those silos. Out came those kids. There was 3,000 kids, and they scooped up the kids and brought them back home to Russia. And Zelensky was pissed. He says, "Give those kids back to me. They're mine. They belong to Ukraine." No, they don't. They were all Russian children because Zelensky was the one that scooped them from his country, from Putin's country. So people may not realize this is what's going on behind your back, and you guys never knew. Okay? Putin actually is helping Trump. Not a bad guy. He's doing. That's the reason why Putin. If you guys remember that one time there was actually Putin over here, Trump over here, and they're both behind a podium, and Putin had this soccer ball, all nicely lit up and colorful, and Putin said, "Mr. President, I'm going to hand you this ball. The ball is in your court." You know what was inside that ball? Hillary Clinton's emails. Yeah. Hillary Clinton's main emails was in that ball. Trump got everything. That's why he said, I have everything on you guys. He needs to take them down. I'm telling you guys, this is for real. So I get my intel, and I'm telling you straight up. So Hillary originally, and I'll tell you this right now, the real Hillary is not with us. She was taken to Gitmo. Um, she was tried, military tribunal, and she was, um, and that was October 31st, 2021 or 22. So the one you see right now is an actress. Because the real Hillary never would have accepted Trump being the president and repeat president one more time. She would have yelled and screamed at the inauguration. But this Hillary, if you actually watched the video, this Hillary was really quiet. She just smiled. Congratulations. I thought, because the first Hillary, the real Hillary, when he won the presidency the first time, 2016, she was screaming, yelling like, I was supposed to have won. How did he get in? Think about it. Because don't forget, folks, it's not the count of the votes that got her in. She was chosen by the elites to make sure she does get in. Whether her count of votes were low or not, she was supposed to have gotten in, but Trump was one step ahead of her. He went after the guys that told her that she's going in, and they arrested them too and took them to Gitmo. This is all what happened. Do I believe Putin will take over the Ukraine? Let me explain something to you guys. Back in 1989, there was never, ever a deal signed that Ukraine would be its own country. Never did. Ukraine is Russia, always has been. It's not a country that you're going after. It's, if you look up your history, it was never signed. Ukraine is Russia. People are speaking Russian in Ukraine. What's the difference? It just never happened. It never signed. They want you to believe it was signed. It never got signed. And that's why Putin actually originally, truthfully, is the president of Ukraine too. He's immersed in it. So Zelensky thinks he's the man. And I'll tell you this right too. Zelensky is a fall guy too. He never wanted the job to be a president. He was using it as a joke. He's a professional dancer, comedian, entertainer. He never decided to become president, but a bunch of elitists said, "Well, you're going to be president." And he's also gay. You're going to be president. And that's here nor there. But the fact is that he became president. Why become president? He goes like, how did I get in? Oh, because we chose you. You didn't get voted in. We just chose you. The elites, the rich people said, no, you're going to be in this time. It's your turn now. You're chosen. Trudeau was chosen. He never got in that easy. I'll tell you this right now. Trudeau, Justin was a sly little fox. He knew he's going in because they told him he's going to be there. No matter what. Trudeau shouldn't have won. 12%. He only won by 12 votes. And he got in. I mean, this last election. I'm going, how did he get in? He made sure. And if you look at it, folks, I've got a photograph here. It's going to blow you away. It shows him being actually in the, I'll bring up that file. Let me go to that file here. He actually was in the, let's see. Come. He was actually in the voting office. Okay. Him and Bill Gates's, George Soros' son. And they were playing with the voting machines. Okay, where was it here? Where did I put you? Over here. Let's go in the file and bring it up. Just to show you guys the proof. I've had even Facebook was trying to say, oh no, that's not right. You're wrong. You have no right to put that up there. Yes, I do. I had every right to put it up there because I know it was factual. He was there. But people, this is even, that's where fact checkers was trying to, independent fact checkers were trying to get you not to believe it. And say, oh no, that's just Photoshop. No, it's not Photoshop, folks. You know who your big, huge financial backer was in government, of your Canadian government? There's a man right there. George Soros. Okay. Trudeau government refused to disclose dealings with George Soros. You know who George Soros was? He was a brown shirt. Let me put this through here. George Soros was a brown shirt for Hitler. He actually was there in the Second World War, and he actually supported Hitler's work. Okay. He made his money through the war. And so did his son. His father taught his son how to manipulate. Soros is not pure. Let's see here. Let's bring this one in. This is not, by the way, this one here. He wore that uniform. This is not even, he wore that uniform. And so did Chrysler Freeland. But hers was different. Guess who else is now? Her and here's Chrysler Freeland meeting with George Soros. Meet your new Mr. Finance Canada. Okay, why? Because he's giving her advice about money. There you go. Justin Trudeau tests Dominion voting systems with Alex Soros, George Soros' son, standing in the background. There he is right there, folks. Background, right there. Now, why would George Soros' son be there? Why would he be there? You tell me. Why should he be there? He's not from here. He's not from Canada. He's somewhere in Europe. But why is he here? Because he's here with him. This is called manipulation. And maybe remember, Trump said the votes and the same voting machine is called Dominion voting, and Trump lost his vote because of Dominion. Dominion is actually not good, folks. It's actually corrupted, absolutely corrupted. And Trudeau got away with it. That's why he's smiling. See, there's me. Here I am. I can do what I want. Get away with it. Ha ha ha! Look at me. I'm telling you guys, this is not, this is for real. And people don't want to believe it. Now, I want to show you something else that you guys may not know. Mr. Trudeau had been shackled. I'd say shackled. Let's use the words a little bit careful now. I'm going to put this in here too. I found this permission slip says that you can gather with each other at Christmas time if you wish. Remember we were not allowed to gather? But this is actually our Canadian Charter Rights and Freedoms. Okay. So he had been involved in so much of the craziness of it. And these two are also part of it. Okay. The most evilest man ever, right in there. That man right there. You got it right there, folks. You know who that is because he works. These are best bed mates for years at the very beginning. And gee, look at this. He was arrested on, you know what, in Nepal. Okay. Now, you'll see this, right? Now, Facebook Jill, this is what your monitor looks like. This is just Facebook as an example. Now, here is the monitor that he was wearing. Now, some people say, oh, he's a politician. They had to wear that monitor because, if by some chance someone takes him, whatever have you. He's not the president. Nobody cared to take him away. And he knew how to get away with stuff. But I'm going to show you everything here. Okay. There's his ankle monitor right there. This actually, if you see his goatee, that's 2019. This is the real Justin Trudeau that was taken away. He looked like this when he was arrested. July 19th, 2019. This was right after he did his little speech. So you'll see again, this one here, he's wearing this different haircut, different guy. He was switched. Why was he wearing this mask all of a sudden? And he stayed wearing the mask in Parliament when everybody else wasn't wearing a mask. But he kept on wearing the mask for the longest time. He wouldn't take it off. Why? Because his beard wasn't there anymore. And he looked like him, but he had a gap in his teeth, which the real Justin Trudeau never had a gap. And then if you look at his ankle, it's supposed to be there. Again, but guess what? Both Sophie and him in 2019 and 20 were still wearing monitors, her and him. Why? They didn't put monitors on the kids, but why those two? Because she knew herself that she was in trouble. It's bigger than that, folks. Okay, gets better yet. So he's itching and scratching under his I remember somebody calling him Mr. Fancy Socks. The monitor's under his pants, and he knows that why would he wear the monitor in Parliament? Because it has to stay on him for all long. He has to wear this. These are military monitors, not police monitors. Yeah. And again, back here. Oops, that's what I wanted. Oh. Let's see here. This is his words he had said. He said this in 2017. Christians are the worst part of Canadian society. He said this in 2017, folks. Christians are the worst part of Canadian society. Because he's not a Christian. He never followed Christianity. He was actually a follower of the dark side. Evil is as evil does. There you go, right there. He's pretty proud of that. To this day, he still is. Now, let's see. Bring this one up. It's a small one. See, look at this, guys. These are young girls, very young girls. These are teenagers that he was with at this party. Teenagers. He was a teacher back then. Drama teacher. So, meet RCMP Commissioner Brenda Lukey. Brenda is married to Bill Morneau's cousin and was directly appointed to her position by Justin Trudeau. The SNC Lavalin obstruction of justice file just happens to be in her sandbox. Got any questions? Now, SNC Lavalin actually was part of a investigation to a human trafficking group. Okay. So the same with the another organization of children that his mother was running, also part of the same organization. Do you guys get this? Her mask is off. He's in the background. This is when he wasn't being him. Biological, you know what? Deliberate use of, you know what? Read it. Okay. Look. It's been proven. You see that part right there? Joined. This. Okay. Assist Germany save. 2019. She was one of the leaders of that. But you see her bright face? That's the real Chrystia Freeland. That's the real one. The one that you see now in Parliament that has left is not the real Freeland. This is a different one. This was a smart girl. She served in the military. The one that's there is a really dumb person. Or is she supposed to act dumb? Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys something here. I want to bring this up. Let's see here. Now, he's signing his autograph and he loves children. Okay. Now you see these symbols here, folks? Okay. See this here? This is all to do with, you know what? Children. Okay. These represent PEDs, O's. And he was heavily in it. And so was this man right here. Right here. Okay. And then you'll see this is all part of WHO. And then we have Theresa Tam. She works for the Chinese Communist Party. And Trudeau, they told Trudeau, this is who we want you to control the country. Back in 2010, she did a documentary on YouTube that what they were going to do, and she did the documentary herself, like she did the narration and saying that we were going to have a lockdown, and that from now on, if you weren't going to be snake bitten and continue on doing the boosters, that they will take your children from you and put them in prison, into internment camps, or they would arrest. The police can come to your house and they showed a reenactment of the parents coming to the house, or sorry, the police coming to the house, arresting the mother and the father, and then the people take the family away. Then they lock the house and they seal it, like as if you're going to a Jewish encampment. Okay, so this is what Theresa Tam did in 2010. It was actually on YouTube, and she made darn sure you heard it. He should say, because he became a she. So Theresa Tam is not Theresa Tam, is Terry Tam. But this is a Chinese Communist Party, Health Authority of Canada. Bonnie Henry was also corrupt, and they took her, and she's also got paid a lot of money. Again, there's a monitor behind his thigh. Okay. This is what I want you to see. How it works. Okay. How it works. See, this is what they do. This all you're detected. They know exactly where you're going. Electronic anklets, tool to track domestic abuse offenders. Domestic abuse offenders, because he did beat the living crap out of his wife. That's why she divorced him. Because he's not straight. Those kids are not even his. They belong to someone else as a father. Now, to know the truth, you have to see two things. That is this. There's your body doubles. What do you see? Okay. See the parted teeth? There's the real perfect Trudeau. There's the fake. There's the real one. There's the fake. Do you guys get it now? He came in to play this man's role. He was taken away. This one here is gone. The real one's not even here. He's, let's use the word number 6, under. Now, to prove more, there's your proof. Everything you see here, double, August 2019, forehead shorter, chin longer, beard, sides, front, teeth not strong, upper teeth not prominent, upper jaw teeth prominent, high forehead, mouth wide. You guys get it. I'm showing you. No one wanted to pay attention. This actually is a photograph that was taken at a house party. It's called Orgy Island, and he was there. And it's actually on the island in Ontario. Now, I didn't know anything about this until someone told me about the place, that he was always there a lot. So this is your leader that was running this country. Need I say more? Now you know. All these people here are all part of it. Hate to say it, but they're all part of it. Bad people. And there's your king right here. And he also is one and always has been. In fact, there's a video of a young 14-year-old boy, naked boy, trying to climb out the window of Charles's window in his bedroom. And there's a video of it. He actually took a whole bunch of bed sheets, trying to climb out. And at the age of 14, and the public was watching this boy try to climb down naked down the tied sheets from the window of the palace, and he fell to his death. And people stood there and laughed, thought it was funny that he fell to his death. There's nobody in the yard, but he fell to his death. And that's when they took the coat of arms off the fence, off the gates, because the queen was gone. She was taken away. So all there left was actually running around the castle was Chucky. Okay. So you're seeing it all right here. There's Meryl Streep right there, guys. You're talking about her. She's right there. She's on the bottom. Okay. There's some really nasty, and see this man here? He was taken out too. Gee, who's that? That's a symbol of his tongue. Remember? So these guys here are all involved. Madonna's gone. The real Gates is gone. He was taken out 2010. He was hung in public in India, both him and his wife, for disabling people, over 100,000 Indian people, South Asian people in India. So now I'm going to show you this part here.
With you. Minister, I'm hoping today that we can have a conversation where we get some answers and hear from you personally about how this affordability crisis.
Now, this is 2023, folks, but watch her and how she is not even caring about what this interviewer was asking her.
That we're living in is truly understood. I think Canadians have watched, they listened to press conferences, they've seen the announcements, they watched as the grocery CEOs were paraded in and questioned. But my sense is that people are feeling that the Liberals don't get it, that they aren't feeling the tough choices that Canadians are making either to their budgets or in the grocery store. What example, not an announcement, what example can you share that would illustrate that you understand the pain and the pinch that Canadians are feeling at the grocery store when they're doing budgets? How does it look in the Freeland household when we're in a cost of living crisis?
Well, Anne-Marie, I think the thing that, like, in my regular life brings the challenge home the most personally to me is that my church, which is around the corner from my house, just up the street from us here, the Church of the Messiah, has a food bank every Wednesday. And the lines have been getting longer. And that is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that we have food banks in Canada. And it's really heartbreaking to see that people really need them. So I am grateful to the really amazing people at the Church of the Messiah who have worked so hard to have a food bank and to support our community. And it kills me that that's something that they need to do, that we need to do.
Yeah, a national report was released recently that the numbers are up at record numbers. There's people who are employed who are using it to buy things like milk and eggs.
So basically, she didn't answer if she's going to fix it. Her answer was, I don't care. And because she makes over $300,000 a year as your representative of this country. So she doesn't care. And she's using the words our Messiah. Well, she's just using that to make you believe that she goes to church. And apparently the pastor says she's never ever entered that church, but she just makes you think that. Then there's this one here. Let's see here. What would work? Get your attention. Oh, duh. Let me try something here. Let's do this first. Okay. Just make this larger first. And you guys to see better. This is a new one I just got. Okay. You will see here. Gee, I wonder who that is. Father, son. Okay. There's Margaret. There's Castro. There's Fidel when he was young. Now, see how this works? This is true. Deputy Prime Minister Canada, granddaughter of the Ukrainian collaborator Michael Chomyak, who ran a major propaganda newspaper called the Kakivsky Vesti during the has praised, pushed anti-Semitism and normalized mass and after a mass shooting of there you go. It shows you right there, folks. She's known as a double agent. Okay, I'm not kidding you guys. This is for real. She's a double agent. So her work was never to help you. Her work is to hinder you. Like I told you before at the very beginning, their goal was to create a new world order. That was their word. And every president except Trump had said, welcome to the new world order. It meant to new world order. Now, I want to show you guys this one here. This was made by our mayor, Doug McCallum. Report public health violations. He wanted neighbors to report on you, like Germany. And that if you did report, you got gifted gifts to make sure that you were jailed or fined because you gathered together. Why would a mayor spend all this money to put in here? Because I know how much this costs to put this advertising in here. Our tax dollars paid for this. It's over $1,000 for a length of time being each day up on that wall. And our mayor, Doug McCallum, got away with it in Surrey, BC, Canada. Okay, this is what he had done. And he knew that it wasn't for real, because every time he showed up in Parliament in Surrey, he never wore the mask once, because he said he was exempt. I'm bringing this up for a reason, because the hospitals are trying to get you to do this again, to wear them again. In fact, a friend of mine who's in the hospital right now, I want to give her a big shout out, who's in the hospital right now, and they're actually, the nurses are leaving her masks on her bed and asking her to wear them. No, she refuses to. She goes, no, you ain't gonna touch me with that. Forget it. Stay out of my way. Don't touch me. And they're still trying to push it. So this is what these boys did. In Canada, that's what they think. If you know who he is, here's the biggest you know what in England. He got knighted as a knight in the UK, and he was the biggest pedo in the world. Pedo. Now, see these here, folks? So this is telling you. Now, you see the handshake? That's a Freemason handshake. And he shook like a woman, like a girl. He was never, typical man handshake. And he dressed up. I mean, he was ridiculous. Yeah. So I wanted you to know this, because we need to clear the air. We'll start doing readings in a few minutes, but I wanted to let you guys know what's going on, so you know our country That's, I mean, even though you said Justin Trudeau actually has resigned, he hasn't resigned. He's temporarily prorogued our government. Okay. And so yeah. Yeah, she did. She typically laid herself down to, so to speak. And here's one more person I want to bring up too. One more person for you guys to see who not to trust is this one right here. Bonnie Henry. Don't trust her because she made $1.25 million, $1.5 million to make sure that she stayed. And it says, Dr. Bonnie Henry, you know what, Commissioner, get ready to lock down your area again because someone told her so. And you notice that the flags are wrinkled. That tells you that it's not what you're expecting it to see. Whenever it's wrinkled, those flags are wrinkled and has nothing to do with, the flags are wrinkled because that means, oops, continue, to disrespect the public, that she's not speaking in her truth. She's setting you up. She got paid off to lie to you. So, and also this one here. So we're basically, here's where, this is what Trudeau allowed to happen. These are all churches and buildings that burnt down because he had people all irritated to hate each other. His mom, I do not know much about her right now, where she's at, Margaret. As far as I know, I just, here's I'll give you an idea where he's at right now, or was, where he was. Hang on, come on, you. Come on. Let's do this. That's where he is, or was, the real one. Done. So now you know. Now you know. Okay. I love this one here. When I do it one more time, this one here. Make Canada Trudeau free again. Right? Love it. Somebody was smart. They had that on your hat. So, anyways, I wanted you guys to see this because I felt it's very, very important. If you haven't seen it, and if you didn't know the history of it, now you know. I wanted you to be assured that this is what I wanted you to understand. And oh, it's not one downloads. Come on, you. Where are you? I got 3 computers. I got 3 screens on my computer, so I'm just trying to find the right one, so I can get connected here for. Oh, here it is. That's what I want. Okay. Let's see here. Some important news here for you guys to see if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, would be this one here, I believe. Let's see. Bring this in. Where are we? Which one would be first? No, it'll be this one here. Okay.
Here's a fun fact about the state of Canada right now. Did you know that in 2014, approximately 89% of the Canadian population said that they were very proud to be Canadian, versus 2024, the last time this poll was done, where that number had dropped to 34% of Canadians said that they felt proud to be Canadian.
Interesting. So they're doing averages. And let's see, one more here. Bring this in. Oh, won't let me. It's another kind of file I can't open up. Okay. No, I guess that's not going to be there. Can't open the file. It's stuck. Ah, well, files are files. Okay. Linda says that were there any info on his brother's death? Michael Trudeau, was it murder or was it murder? They call it on live now. What I understood, it wasn't arranged. Okay, can't be proven yet to public, but will be eventually. It was more what we call the sacrifice for, you know what, the elites. Anytime anybody's working for the dark side, they have to sacrifice somebody in the family. And there's a video, actually an old video, where Justin Trudeau was explaining to the media, and his mother was leaning on his shoulder, smiling, that she said it was finally over, and relieved. Relieved of what? That her son's dead? Doesn't make any sense. And he was smiling when he was doing the interview. And this happened the very same day when he died. Sick. Certain areas of Vancouver Island too, but that was way back in the day. Who was this about? Okay. This is Restore Belief. Okay, she is Restore Belief says hi. Nikki Soros. Yes. Okay. Remember that. It's also part of the GATE program. Yes. Is Teresa not a man? Yeah, she's a man. She's a he. Not even the correct bone structure. I know. Let's see. Certain areas of Vancouver Island too, but that was back in the day. Something about Vancouver Island. Was there any info on his brother? Yeah, we mentioned about that part. And then Charissa. Nice to meet you guys. Okay. I think we're going to do making calls. And so we'll start doing readings tonight. If you guys give me a couple of minutes, don't leave the room. I'm going to take about 2-3 minute break. I'm going to go into, you know what? Normally I don't do this, but I have to relieve. So what I'm going to do, guys, just hang on tight. And I'm going to bring this down for a moment. I'll be right back. And I'll talk to you guys in a couple of minutes. Just hang on tight. I'm not leaving you. We'll play a song here. Okay. So here we go. Don't leave us. We're going to do us a mediumship night tonight.
Everyone lives, everyone dies. Everyone loves, everyone cries. Round the world we're all alike. So why is there war? Why do we fight? There's one sea, one tide, one earth. So you and I gotta learn to live together. When one hurts, when one needs, we all need. are we? Gotta live together. Peace, make peace, make peace, peace. Alright. Isn't it time for to stop dying? Isn't it time mother stop crying? Stop the fighting and the hate. We gotta make peace before it's too late.
Yes, I'm back. Okay, we're back. My tummy was killing me, or gotta go water my horse. So, anyways, we're back, guys. We're gonna have you guys want to call in 360-566-2875. And if you want to call for talk about this tonight, any questions you want to ask, or if you want to get a reading, you're more than welcome to ask a question. 360-566-2875. And if you're unable to call me, let me know. We'll work things out. Okay. So let's see here. Any questions? Let me know, guys. Now, has she been taken to Gitmo? Oh, yeah. Tina says, I don't think so. If she was, I think they had a little long chat with her. She's a little bit out of it here, but she was, I would say, what I understood in her work, she was planted here. She's part of what I understood. I think she's part of the, there's a name for it. It's deeper than you think. That's all I could say on that part, on Margaret. Yeah. But it's all being taken care of. They have been pretty well picking up a lot of people. Okay, they're being going bye. So there's a lot of them. Yeah, MK. Let's call it MK Ultra. So she's been MK Ultra since she was young. So, but her mother, as far as I understood, was from a, let's use the word SATANIC organization, and she grew up that way. So that's how she got in, or how they wanted her to be there, placed there for a reason. Question, Teresa says, is my path going to happen by April or May? Which path you're talking about? There's many kinds of paths you want to take, my dear. If you're talking about April, May. Well, there. Let's make a call. Area code 306.
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, hi, me. How you?
Not bad. I got a joke for you.
Okay.
All right. You remember when Margaret left Pierre? I forget what year it was, but it was before 1980, and she took off someplace. She went. Anyway, the joke goes like this: Margaret wanted a rock garden, so Pierre arranged the ferns, and Maggie laid the stones.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. There's even one more than that. There was when Pierre wanted to make love to her, and so she said, well, you better take off your clothes and let's make love. And so she's laying on the bed, and she said that she was feeling kind of creeped out when old age is creeping up to her.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, I just like to say that George Torr was a Jew, okay, and explain how he got. His father had someone else raise him because of the Germans, and in the Catholic Church, and George Soros was a banker that was raising him, and they were getting money from the Jews. Like, you know, they couldn't take their money, so they would, and George Soros became rich, getting rich on his
Yeah.
own people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, well, I knew that story for quite a while. That's why they called him a brown shirt, because he was actually the word brown shirt means that he was a young Adolf follower.
yeah.
So, and yeah, he pushed it. He followed that role, and he followed the role right after when Adolf was gone, and then he still kept on doing it.
Well, he's a very evil man. That's all I know. And
Yeah,
his son must be just as evil as him.
we'll
Okay,
find.
and
It's
that
all
was
gonna be
the
sure.
only joke. Yeah, go ahead.
They'll all, everyone's gonna find out sooner or later of all the things that went on. Yeah.
Right now, I'm looking for. You remember those old oil stoves that used to sit in your living room when we were growing up? Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't have, we had those oil. You put the diesel fuel into the back there. There was a tank on it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
had a carburetor, and you'd set it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for one of those.
You know, I remember having that when I was a kid on the farm.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s in the old log house, my dad had one of those oil burners, furnaces right in the
Yeah.
living room, and you could smell the oil. I mean, you can't miss it. You could smell the oil. I mean, it wasn't strong because the furnace is always different compared to, you know, being outside. But I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
interesting.
Like, and you know, like my buddy's house, Bedard's, they had the main, like they had a big living room, a kitchen,
Yeah.
and then along the living room, okay, there was 4 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Okay, and that stove kept that whole house warm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
My father, if the oil burner wasn't doing the job, he would bring my father. Actually, my mom and dad bought a old wood burning stove, and it had a reservoir for it with it. And anyways, my father, him and I, we out there cutting trees and chopping wood and bring it in, and that whole cook stove actually warmed up the whole house. I mean, literally the kitchen, the living room. And I think
Oh,
the most fun of it all, I remember as a kid growing up, my mom getting up at 5 a.m. making bread, homemade bread, in a wood stove. And it was, you wake up in the morning, all you smell is baked bread. Like,
Yeah.
it was,
Like when we were up at the trapper's cabin.
Yeah.
My dad's trapper's camp.
Yeah.
We had a box stove, you know, like you kept the whole cabin, and you had your wood cook stove.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the kitchen area. But I remember there was 4 brothers, right?
Mhm.
I was the youngest of the 4. And of course, the old man would say, Stan, go stoke up the stove in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
You know who got it? It went downhill. It was me that ran across that cold floor.
But that, yeah, I know, because my father said, well, you know, son, I'm going to show you how to cook, how to start the stove. So I got voted, or I guess to say selected to take care of, like I had to, when I got up in the morning, and I would start the stove up about 4 a.m. and come downstairs, and I would load it with wood and get it warmed up by time. But I go back to bed for another hour to sleep a little bit more. And then my mom would get up, or dad would get up. And then by the time the whole living room in the house is, like, the main floor is warm. And then I come downstairs, I smell the baking and a warm stove. There's a total different smell of burnt wood in a house, or burnt, you know, how a cook stove is compared to your electric or propane. It's totally different, but the energy is different. It's so relaxing, you know, way.
And I can remember, like, during the winter, okay, and there's no other buildings around the trapper. It was just a trapper's camp.
Yeah.
On that whole lake, there was just us. And I can remember, if you had a full moon, it was like daylight out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because the moon shone, the snow made it like daylight. Like the snow was white, and you could see, you could follow your path. It was not like daylight, but it was pretty bright out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that growing up. I remember someone saying, "Oh, there's something wrong with the light now because it's bright outside in the winter. And I'm thinking, well, first of all, the snow and a full moon, you got her.
Well, it's like a giant light bulb and you got reflection of light. Why not? You didn't even have to use your headlights to drive in the dark. I mean, that was phenomenal. That's all it is. Just the moonlight and reflect off the snow. You can drive in the dark easily. Absolutely.
Well,
I remember
yeah,
that.
it was. Yeah, we weren't. But remember, and we'd get up when the snow started to melt in the spring.
Yeah.
At 4 o'clock, around 4 or 5 o'clock, the snow was all soft, and you know, even on your path, your foot would go way down.
Yeah.
But then what we'd do is wait till before we left the camp. We'd wait till about 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And the cool air had made the snow hard again.
Yeah.
And then we'd take off, get back to our home there, where we lived in Levac.
Yeah.
You know, and it was quite fun.
It is, yeah. Oh, you're making me reminisce what I did when I was a kid. So yeah, I remember the weathers. So how was you got snow down up in Saskatchewan now, right?
Oh yeah, I got 3 feet in my yard.
Wow.
And like the snow is everywhere.
So what happened to the other foot?
We had 42 blows. Okay, let's say 42 and minus 40 and minus 40 Fahrenheit and minus 40 Celsius are the same temperature. Okay,
yeah.
That's where they meet, minus 40.
Yeah.
And so we had minus 42 degrees Celsius here.
Whoa.
So if any American want to know how cold it is up here, it was cold.
It's so cold. I sound like Johnny Carson. It's so cold. How cold was it?
And my dog went to take a leak, and he stuck to the ground, and he's out there till spring.
Oh, that's so funny.
Anyway, I'll let the next caller phone in.
Okay. Thanks a lot, my friend.
Bye-bye
Take care,
for now.
Keith.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, Lori says, my son just got married December to a lovely Mexican girl. They are applying for her to live here. Will it be okay? Okay, will it work okay? There's going to be some discrepancies on the changes because right now there's that little play. Because right now they're talking about all the people from out of the countries and these illegal immigrants and the whole 9 yards. As long as he follows the guidelines, there shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. But I can't see how there's a problem because Mexico will merge, or like you'll be notified that Mexico has merged with Canada. So I don't see the problem. And also be merged with the United States together. So there's not going to be any borders, guys. So it's all going to work itself out. Just be patient. So tell your son it's all going to work out okay. Okay. Now, did they get married in Mexico? Or they get married or Lori, are you living in Canada or United States? I'm not sure where you are. Let me know. Okay. Was there ever any info on her? Okay, there's something here. If you guys have any questions, please write them down. Or if not, you can always phone in 360-566-2875. Not here in Canada. So were they in Mexico or were they somewhere in the States? Okay, let me know on that. You may not have, like I said, the word discrepancy. That's more like they're playing with it a little bit. So as long as they got married, I can't see the problem. I cannot see the problem. So son and girlfriend are mad at me. How to patch things, or should I walk away? This is the same stuff. I've caused my son pain because his girlfriend is not awake. Oh, this is from Tina. Okay. Tina. Okay, hang on that one, Tina. Hang on to that one. Lori, let's finish that one with you. It says here, Canada, Lori at home here. So he's there at home. So his newly wedded wife is with him here. Like I said, as long as they're married and they love each other, as long as you've done everything, or he had done everything we supposed to do, I can't see the difference. I'm not having any problems. All I hear the words discrepancy. Discrepancy means just like they haven't really made up their mind what they're going to do yet, but it's going to be not in a negative way. It's more like a little bit of a slight adjustment, but not really as bad as you think it is. I wouldn't lose sleep over this. Okay. Your son can figure that out for himself. I think he'll understand. Either way, they'll be together no matter what. Okay. Tina says, son and girlfriend are mad at me. How to patch things, or should I walk away? I've caused my son pain because the girlfriend not awake. You know what? Let them be. Don't say anything more to her regarding what you're doing. Just let her deal with her stuff. She'll find out sooner or later. And she'll find out. Now, I mean, right now, our commander-in-chief, President Trump, now is in. And you can share with her the video I've been sharing with you guys tonight. If she wants to know anything of what I've been talking about, I get intel from people above me, way above me. And these are truthful intel. So this is not just made up stories. I've been sharing this for a long, long time. I've been around. I've been way awakened since the early 2000s. So I've already been pretty well get an idea of what's going on. But I mean, I knew about underground cities, underground tunnels since I was young, since 1971. So we just aren't even underground cities. Like my first underground city experience was in Calgary, in Alberta, where I was not there, but someone I know personally that had lost his life. Him and his family disappeared after the incident took place. The father was a gambler, and he went to an underground city under the city of Calgary. It's an underground city. It's what it was. It's like the government can't touch you down below. You are underground. This is not like 20 feet below into a basement. This is like a whole new city. This is a city, folks. 200-300 feet below, maybe more. 200-300 feet below ground is a whole new city. And actually, that city was there long before even Calgary existed. So yeah, that's been around for a long time. Will my son forgive me? You know what? He will. But again, they have to learn about the truth after. They'll learn about the truth. Don't push them. Let them just do your thing. Tina, just do your thing. Don't worry about them. Because if you get, the thing is, you allow yourself to get caught up in their stuff. Let them deal with their own stuff right now, because it's like, don't forget, this is boyfriend, girlfriend, not husband, wife. So I wouldn't worry about her right now. None whatsoever. Let it go. Linda says, what a week. All the changes Trump is making, how long a delay until we feel the benefits here in Canada as 51st state? End of March. You'll start to see the end of March it'll be announced. I think they said on 27th or 28th, around there, March, where you'll start. They talk about the merging of the country. We've already merged. It's been signed. There has been a sign. It's been like with Trump's been signed documents. This has been signed, international signature. I would say back in 2016, 17, our countries merged. We're no longer a corporate no longer a corporate country. We're not under corporation. So it has merged eventually. We'll just got to wait and find out for yourself. So, anyways, she's okay. Cherise says, Derek, are there any messages that comes through from Spirit for me tonight? Cherise, okay, let's see here with you, my dear. Cherise, the only thing I'm seeing here is called Life Plan. That means that you're looking for wanting to make new decisions in your life. And it shows me that you're wanting to begin to create new beginnings, new starts. Okay, I would say your beneficial to do is just phone me. Phone this number here right now, live, 360-566-2875, and I pretty well can give you an idea what I see, because when I get printouts on the chat room, I'd rather hear your voice and I can really tell you exactly what I'm getting. But it shows me life plan. That means you're going to go through some brand new beginnings. Okay. And new starts. Like I'm hearing new starts. And a lot of boxes coming your way. I'm seeing boxes, stacks and stacks of boxes. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, on that one. So for Shrees. Yeah, don't worry, folks. Things are good. We are good. Okay. But if you want to phone in, Teresa, you're more than welcome to 360. I should put in a phone, but hang on, I'll put the number in there for you. You can call me. 360-566-2875. And that's actually a Vancouver, Washington number, by the way. So if you're in the States, Vancouver, Washington number. Lori says, my husband has cancer and I have been struggling with depression. I don't know how to deal with this. Okay. I'm going to tell you straight up, Lori, get your husband on ivermectin and fenbendazole. That's going to help the cancer or fix the cancer. Okay. Cancer is a parasite. So, and if you're dealing with depression, there's actually a herb. My wife's in the room. I think my wife's in the room. Marina, can you drop in the name of the company for depression and or pain, that sort of thing I mentioned about you earlier tonight? Can you drop it in the wall for you, please, my dear? And then she'll drop in the name. That'll help a lot. Tina says we can't afford. Yeah. These are not steroids. They're not steroids. These are alternatives. Okay. What these are is alternatives that actually, like, I'm gonna tell you something. This is not steroids, folks. This is alternative health. Okay, I'm not kidding with you. I'm good at what I know I'm talking about. Yeah, steroids are not really healthy. Steroids are what they do. When they put a person on steroids, it messes with their head, gives them, like, they can go to a loopy depression and they act weird. Not very good. And actually what it does, it destructs the bone structure. So it's not really healthy. So I recommend to work on that. You don't need steroids, but I would say look at that. It's destructing. It's not going to fix you. Ernie, you're back in the chat room. Good, nice to see you, my friend. Let's see. Teresa says, okay, thank you, Derek. It is going late for us. I need to hit to bed for work in the morning. Appreciate it. You're welcome. But if you want to learn more about what I was talking about, just give me a scream when you get a chance, and I'll update you a bit on it. Okay. So, yeah, 360-566-2875. I'm taking readings right now, folks. You guys who want to call in and ask a question or anything that regarding what happened I mentioned about this evening. If you have any questions regarding that as well. But just let you know, our so-called leader of our country in Canada, and even though he did say he stepped down as prime minister, he's not done yet. He's going to try to scare you. He's going to try to bring in Carney, and Carney is a con because he's a carny, and he's already ruined UK. He ruined money in the UK because he was there for those many years, and he's going to do the same thing with Canada. So that's his goal, and his goal actually is to add more tax on our country. So Teresa's wondering about her move. Her move. What kind of move? Like movement, as in moving a house? Let me know. Bettina, nice to see you. Is she moving out of the city? Like as an out of the city into another location, like another city? Let me know. Yeah, let me know on that one, Tina. Good. Where is she? Where is um yeah, I'm seeing a lot of boxes. Absolutely like box. Yeah, I figured Penticton. Okay, yeah, it shows me you're out of the city. You're not even here. But that person's not even here. They're going far. Penticton is a good thing for her. It's a very dry area. It's going to benefit her. It's more quieter zone in Penticton compared to being here. So she'll like it there. And there's a few spiritual stores there that I recommend. If you guys ever want, look when she gets a chance going to Penticton. There's actually a couple of psychic and wellness stores that are in there. Some really nice ladies that run it. Yeah, she can go visit them if she wants to. It's worth her while. Then she can, if she wants to get involved in any kind of healing circles or programs or women's circles, wonderful place to go to. Yeah, I know them. Yeah, Teresa's in Sori. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna do well. No problem, guys. You can be fine. Okay. Anyone else before I shut her down? Look, it looks like everybody's going. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm still wide awake. I got still work to do. I'm working on my dragon. This is my dragon. Okay, I got the body back behind me. I'm working on him right now. So you'll see him. This is my dragon. My puppet. This is my puppet. And I got to work on his ears. Get his ears on. And he's going to look pretty cool. Did his eye. I did everything. This is all the leather work. This is all leather here. And this is real leather, by the way. This is alkyd. But I glued it on. Did his back. Whoop, turn around. Turn around, buddy. And he's got some spinal part here. And then his body is behind me. Yeah, quickly, I could show you guys this. Just because I want to show you. I want to show him off. Okay. And you'll see his body here. This is the back of his body. And this is his tail. Let me adjust this more. There we go. This is his back of his body. This is his arm. This is his legs. So basically, he's going to be sitting on me. Like his whole front is be sitting on me. And yeah, you know what? Here's what I'll do. There we go. This is what it's going to look like. That's his. This is where he's facing me. It'll be like this. So you're facing this way. Tail's around me. You'll be talking through this. So I'm still working on him to get him done. And that's what it looks like. I'm a puppeteer. I like making puppets. So this is my first dragon. And I'm working doing his spine now to all the pieces in the back are in the spine, some on the tail, and do the claws. I haven't done the claws yet. They're almost getting ready to be done. So yeah, that's my work, guys. So he's gonna look pretty funky. I'm pretty happy with this guy so far. One thing I just realized there's not many people that make dragons. And if they do, then most of them are actually one lady I know in the UK, or two ladies I know in the UK make dragons. One, they have over-the-shoulder dragons or face dragons. A couple of people I know in the States that are making dragons, but smaller. Not many, but I've always wanted to make dragons. And that's my goal. And this is one of my first pieces. This is funny. Actually, some of the materials I was using is from a kid's Disney pajamas that they wore with the head was on top of their head as a part of their pajamas or whatever, night sleeper. And a friend of mine gave me the sleeper and said, "Can you make this into something out of it?" And I said, "Sure." I'll take the dragon, turn it around, and I start putting his fangs on here, did his face up, his eyes, horns, totally changed, complete renovation. So working on him, so he'll be done before you know it. Yeah. So it takes time to work on this guy because this is a rebuild, but also a new build. So I'm looking forward to have him done. So his tail sticking out. Now you know what I've been doing. I've been busy guy. That's my work. I enjoy making puppets, making lots of puppets. So I got another commission I'm doing for young boys. Got OC or got not OCD. He's got his autism, and he told his mom and dad that he wanted a rabbit puppet, but he wanted it blue. So I'm doing that one coming up. Have that ready for the family for his birthday, and yeah, I'm busy, guys. I'm not just reading people; I'm making puppets. Yeah, I enjoy doing what I'm doing. So I also do ventriloquism, so I like to play with this character. But I mean, when you think of this guy, how close he is to you, but his mouth moves. Yeah, it's gonna look really cool when he's done. When he's part of the whole body and set up, you'll like him. I got to put the wings on him. I got to design the wings, the large wings. So I got lots to do yet. Not done. But once I get his wings done, his spine with the scales, his ears, his wings, finish off the claws and his teeth, touch it up, whatever else I got to put on there. Pretty well, I would say a couple more weeks and I'm ready with this guy. Okay, let's see here. Who we got here in the room now? Let's go back here again. Let's see. Teresa says, Derek says he sees boxes a lot. Okay. Why am I so tired of all the time and in pain too? Being a diabetic doesn't help. What can I do about it? There is actually a herb that I'm taking for nerve pain, but it also relates to help to fix your diabetes. And I've been using it for myself, and I don't feel pain anymore. I'm feeling really good. And once you take it, you take the 2 pills, and like there's actually natural herbal medicine. What it is, it's actually part of the structure of the body. When we were born with it, and as we get older, we lose some of the, I guess, say, the capability or the ability of mobility. So ever since I've been using this, I should bring it in, show you guys. But what I'll do is if you want to, Heidi, you can always text me and I'll send you a picture of it and you can go order it yourself. Be worth your while, and then try it out. But guaranteed, 2 in the morning, 1 at night, and wait for about maybe a week, and then let me know how it turns out, because guaranteed you're going to see difference and absolute results. You're not going to feel, the pain. You're not going to feel the pain, and because being a diabetic doesn't help. Diabetes can also be a cure. There's a cure for that. There always has been. You know what's going to happen? YouTube's going to say, you can't say those words, cure or inhale. They're telling me that. They're not doctors. YouTube, you're not doctors. So stop telling me, counseling me, telling me what to do. Okay. Let's see. The name of the herb, medicine for cancer, national. It's called ivermectin or fenbendazole. Okay. And you can order it online. They have it in the States. You can order it from them. Now, if you have availability to go to Telegram, I can send you the page there, or you can download the Telegram app, and I can send you the page, because there's actually a cancer page, and it shows you the cures of all cures of everything, and it talks about ivermectin and fenbendazole and other things you can do alternatively. These are people, qualified practitioners, that actually have a page, so they share that information for you, so you can have a chat with them and chat back and forth. It's worth your while. They're trying to. In fact, even President Trump has said we're taking back alternative medicine. So Robert Kennedy Jr. actually is the leader of natural medicine. He's going to be one. He's going to be taking out all the unmedical stuff and make it better for all of us. So we're going to be, everyone's going to go through an absolute healing moment in our lives. Okay, what else we got here? NAD, yes, NAD plus, Tina, NAD plus. You want PLUS because the plus is there's more in it, not just NAD, but NAD plus. Yes, nerve pain, get on NAD plus as well too, Summer. Okay. Hi, Joe. How to see you? Long time no see. Joe Bowling. Hey, how's it going, sir? A long time no see. Another man that actually has served in the military. Thank you for your service for us, sir. Okay. They can fly a kite? Yeah. Okay. Teresa says, sweetest dreams. Thank you. Let's see. This is my health. They can fly a kite. Yeah. But again, Heidi, if you want to go on Telegram as an app in Telegram, is worth your while. They're a place that actually gives you all of the information, and they're the most freest place to go to. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, they can go take a hike. But I remember them, anytime I ever mentioned the word fenbendazole or anything to do with the word, even if I said the word cure, they would shut me right off just like that. So you can't say that, and the next thing you know, I'm gone. Like, that was stupid on their part. So that's the way they are. They're dumbasses anyways. I told us, look, you guys are not doctors. You have no say in the matter. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. You're just people that are working in the source. You're just sourcing people. NAD plus, that's it. That's the word. It has an X, that's plus. Yeah, or a plus sign. Because plus means there's more to it. Take 2 in the morning, 1 at night. Yeah, 3 a day. 2 morning, 1 at night. In the morning is the best because your stomach is empty still, and it gives you the process of working it. And then 1 at night before you go to bed, and you notice the big difference. You're not going to have shooting pain down your legs. You're going to feel way, way better. A friend of mine told me, he says it's called neurological. It's actually for neurological pain. Well, neurons, or like it's for some people have searing energy in the quads or in the calves, that sort of thing, or you feel your hand is in pain, hurting, carpal tunnel, that sort of thing. Neurological. When you start taking that, like I had my chiropractor work on me for the longest time, for almost a year since my car accident, and I was hit by a car, and I thought, oh man, I'm still having pain even now. Like he put me back in where I am, but I'm still having neurological pain. I'm going, how do I get rid of this? And someone says to me, oh, just take a doctor, take a painkiller. It come to the point that painkillers weren't working no more. I didn't want painkillers because those are known as unnatural medicine. So, I mean, it was not really helping me. It was just taking the pain away, but it was only good for a couple hours. And then a friend of mine said to me, Derek, you should be using NAD. And I went, really? He's here's online, NAD. And I went, oh man, you're kidding me. That's why. And so I thought, okay, I'll try it. NAD plus. And they are available in natural food stores, natural herbal stores. So, if any place is close by, just tell them or call them up on the door, on the internet, any store, whatever you go to, or if you live by, call them up and ask them if they have NAD plus. And then sometimes they'll have a couple of name brands, but you want the strongest one, right? And it's natural. Yes, it's natural, because we already have the neural healing capabilities, but as you get older, it's not there anymore because it starts to decrease. So that's what this is. All it's really doing is replacing what you have not in your system. So you're putting it back to that youthful feeling. Because I'm telling you tonight, my wife can tell you, honest to God, we went shopping. I have not moved so quickly in my life in a long time since I've been doing NAD. I'm actually walking the shopping cart without having to lean on it and feeling the pain as I'm walking. And I had no pain whatsoever. And when I got home and I got in the car, like I got up out of the car and going, hey, I'm doing okay, right? So that's what I'm doing. So it's you're healthy, but your neurological system can at times break down if you're having issues. If you've ever been in an accident, or have a certain kind of people like people say don't realize that neurological, it's not symptomatic. It's not like something the doctors make up. Doctors will prescribe you. You don't want them to prescribe you because you're not going to fix it. It's called a sugar pill. This way here, you want to fix it so you have no more problems. You just keep on taking it daily. It's like it's something like a, but it's natural and your body get used to it. Like you're not going to have side effects. You're going to have like, oh my God, it's working. I don't feel the pain. Oh, I feel better. And you'll start noticing that you want to move more often. Like you want to move around and say, I'm happy. I can move around. Oh my God, I can feel better. And it's also helping people with dealing with fibromyalgia. I'm not kidding you. It's like takes you out of depression. There's actually another one my wife says is good for fibro. And people like, I know a lady friend of mine named Cheryl owns a company called Fibromyalgia store out in Aldergrove. And I got my wife to send her the information regarding fibromyalgia because people have actually neurological pain, fibromyalgia. It's all part of the fiber, saying it's same thing. And people notice a big difference. It takes you out of depression. So you don't want doctors to start handing out manic depression or antidepressants because they're chemically made. All these antidepressants are for is to basically shut down the brain so the brain can't think. It fogs you. Why do you want to shut down the pineal gland? That's dumb. You want it to be active. So, and the doctors are taught by the Rothschilds and Rockefellers, their belief system, to not make you think. So they don't want you to be here long enough. You make more money to them being prescribed than you do independently. Okay, and that's the reason why you don't need them anymore. Make sense? Of course it does. Something's on the floor. Where are you? There it is. Yeah. Pull something off the table onto the floor. So I strongly feel this is going to benefit you guys a whole lot. So you just have to trust it, make it work. If I believe in it, I've been around for a long time. I work with a lot of people in alternative medicines. And I've been around. I mean, I like working with all kinds of earthy work. I'd rather not use buying prescribed drugs or having not to buy painkillers all the time, because all you're doing more damage than anything else. Makes sense. Neurological. Yeah, that's exactly. Works on the neurons. And this is what the NAD plus is for, is neurology. Okay. If you look it up, you can actually go on the internet, type in the word NAD plus neurological relief, and you'll see what they can show you, which you can understand. And they'll say, oh, that's what this means. Processed foods are no good for PPL either. No, it's not. But again, you're not wanting anything let's put it this way. They're taking off. The government actually right now they already took away the red as in the red dyes, because the red dye is not natural. Okay. It's actually made by chemical. So they're taking all that out now. They're actually, as we speak today, they are taking a lot of things off the shelves, and the kids are going to go, no, I don't get rid of it. But it's a chemically filled cereal. Some of the cereals are chemicals. They're not really true cereals. They're not really made of real food. They're just biogenetically made in the lab. Okay. They're not really made the way you think they used to be made. Years ago, back in the 50s and 60s, 70s, they were actually made truly. Then people said, hey, Bill Gates says to them, hey, how about trying this? And we'll just make it look like it. We'll replicate it, and we'll make it taste like that. But it's not the same stuff. So I even stopped eating Shreddies, because Shreddies was not Shreddies anymore. I used to love eating Shreddies, but I don't like it anymore because it doesn't taste like Shreddies. It's something else. I'm sure you talked about Florida weather and I missed it. You know what? Florida weather right now has got snow. So there's snow there right now. Yeah. And actually there's a fellow who I got a message from him from Florida, because I have a lot of clients there. And he showed a ruler. He put a 3-foot ruler in the snow bank, and he says 3 feet now. He said Florida used to have it no more than 24 inches. Now it's 3 feet. So Florida has the world record snow fall in their state now. So yeah, it's crazy there now. Linda Stooley says medbeds end of March as well. Yes, they'll be announced end of March or beginning of somewhere in April. They'll be mentioning that, and it'll be March, April, around there. Right now we have to go through the merge. You'll see the merge first. When you hear about the merge, then all these things will be discussed. Yeah. We're getting close. Just patience, folks. Patience. We're that close. I mean, I remember people complaining, oh, when is Trump going to be back in president? And we can hardly wait until he's elected in. Now he's in. Well, he's been in since November. But they're going like, oh, can hardly wait now he's in. Now they're saying, okay, now when's he going to do this? When's he going to do that? Patience, folks, patience. He has to sign 200 documents. Okay? 200 of them that this is what he's going to do. Yes or no. He's going to stop this or make something happen. And he's doing it. And he's going to do more than 200, but he's starting off with 200 first. And it's in public. The public gets to see his signature saying, here's what we're doing. Boom. And he's serious about it. Once you do a signature, your signature. Okay. What's this? No Florida talk, Rod. Don't understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Will we see real life dragons and communicate with them? They're in Japan right now, real life dragons, and I've got a video of a baby dragon swimming in the little stream that a friend of mine sent me from Japan. And it's not mechanical; it's a real thing. They were actually found some DNA, and they were almost like Jurassic Park developing them, making them, and see if they can make them, cloning, I guess we'd say. And apparently, yeah, you're going to hear something more about it, but apparently some of these dragons weren't cooperative baby ones, and some people got very unlived by the dragons. So, but you'll hear about it soon. Yeah, they're not all bad, but this is certain groups. There's some things come up. Dragons are from another dimension too. I mean, they were here on this planet. They did exist during the same time as the dinosaurs. Actually, I'll tell you one thing. Dinosaurs were not called dinosaurs back then. Even your dragons are called dinosaurs. Everything was a dinosaur. Nothing was actually considered as a lizard or a... Yeah, they're dinosaurs. Everything was considered a dinosaur. Of course. Yeah, people say you can communicate with dragons. Apparently, they have the ability to brain think to you. So, mostly women were the only ones able to communicate with a dragon, but there were children able to do that too. Yeah, and dragons are considered very sacred to the Japanese. Very sacred to the Japanese. It's some countries don't like dragons. Europeans always want to kill them, and yet the Japanese see them as very important. I've always been fascinated by dragons, and I wanted to make one, so I did. I'm working on it now. Looking forward to finishing it off, and then I want to make another one. Another dragon. I'll make one across my back of my shoulders, where you got your arm up here, and you're talking here, and you got your fake arm down here, and you're talking to the kids and carrying it. It's gonna be cool. I would always want to make one of those, but to me, I got a feeling. I'm going to be no more well known about making dragons, because I'm going to take one of these to a psychic fair. When I get this one done, it's going to come with me, and I'll take it around to a psychic fair, and so it'll be a display on my table. It will be for sale, yeah, but not cheaply. It'll be for sale because it'll be valuable. But like I said, there's a very few people can make dragons, but there's a lot of people who are attracted to dragons, but they're fun to have all the time with you. So I've been seeing a few people having them or using them, and a lot of time they use them for these dragons, or the puppets type of dragons. They use them for Comic-Cons, retro, I don't know, called retro, time period events, like during the during the Arthurian time period, clothing, people dressed up like Vikings and all that. Their type of camps. Okay, Summer Rain saying, people are saying then when TikTok went off for 12 hours or so, this was done to avoid something's not to be revealed. People are now saying TikTok is not the same. TikTok started crashing people's pages because they didn't like people talking the truth. They were part of a elite organization as well. They were part of working. What I understood, they worked with the Democrats. There was a little bit of a collaboration. The Joe Biden group, and so, and again, China was trying to control what they allowed you to say and what not to say, but it was going too far. The Heidi says, my youngest adult kid, every month when she was her menstruate, every month she gets pains in her legs and veins. The pain got so bad that she couldn't stand or walk, and she couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep and have more pain in her legs. That's neurological. Again, get her on that. Yeah, same thing. NAD plus. Try it out. It's natural. I would say, get her to try on that. The thing is that painkillers can't get rid of. They're not meant to be there to take the pain away forever. They're only temporary. You're not. And why keep on carrying that? Because what painkillers do is they make you so lethargic you haven't even know what the hell's going on in your surroundings, and down the road you tend to forget what you're saying or who you talk to, because it can mess with your bloody head psychologically. So yeah, just stick with it. Do the NAD plus, same thing. Work on that, guys. So yeah, like I said before, just do your thing and have fun doing it. It's a lot of fun to do. I really do enjoy it. Okay. Please like and share as much as you can. Let everybody know about my YouTube page, my Shadow Chasing Show. Please let everybody know about that I'm there every Thursday night. And I can't always guarantee 7 o'clock. I try to, but again, everything got messed with before. My camera got shut off by YouTube. They kept saying, oh, there's a problem here. No, there's not. You guys don't want me to do my show. As soon as they see my show, they always see the algorithm and they want to hear what I'm saying or doing what I'm saying. If they don't like it, they start to play the game. And then I just say, back off or else. Trump told you, don't mess with us anymore. He's the prez. And we are the truth seekers. We want to tell our story. You can't stop us anymore. Stop doing that, or you're going to deal with 1848 and 1838. So what do you want to do? That's military code. You can't stop anymore. That's against the law. It's military law, folks. So, what can I say? And what else is there? Yes. Also, I'm on Telegram. I have a True North Strong and Free page. I'm on Rumble. Rumble actually is there, and I do keep my recording and I transfer everything over to Rumble. So if you haven't seen the show completely, watch it. Please like and share it. Share everywhere. Get these people to see the truth. You've seen what I shared with you guys this evening. These are our ex-PM's information about how bad this person was, his history. I can pull up all kinds of stuff about him, and even the new one that's trying to come in, Carney. You don't want to have him in this country. Please put the word out. Do not allow anybody. If anybody tries to say, oh, Canada wants him, no, they don't. Stop using the word Canadians want him. They don't want him. We Canadians don't want Carney. Carney he damages the loss of funding, loss of monies in every country. He's already ruined the UK. He put them into bankruptcy. And they already warned you ahead of time what he had done. He was forced to leave England. He was kicked out of England, by the way, for what he had done. That's why he came to Canada. He's doing it again. Yeah, 2 in the morning, 3 times a day, 2 in the morning and 1 at night, just before bed. 2 in the morning, get up, 2 at night and 1 night before go to bed. You got it. Yeah. It's like having a husband or a boyfriend. 2 kisses in the morning and 1 night before bed. There you go. You're most welcome, Heidi. Anything? Oh, I think we're good. So, guys, be good to each other. We'll talk to you guys next week. In the meantime, if you need more information regarding what you need to know regarding what I'm talking about, regarding the alternatives, just text me, whether it's Facebook or an email, and I'll send you the pictures, and you can have a look and find out where you can get it from and start taking care of yourselves more. Okay? Great. Anyways, also there's on Telegram, there's actually an alternative page there, and I can anything to do with the CNCER alternatives, and it shows you what you can do. I can send you that page. If you guys are on Telegram, I can just send you the page. Just remind me, say, Derek, I'm on Telegram here. Can you send me that page? I'll send it to you. Look it up. Do all your research. We're too well. They actually will be people that are admins in there. Send them questions. Write to them and tell them what you're looking for, and they'll give you a heads up on it. Right? We want to be healthy. They can't stop us anymore. The Democrats can't stop anybody anymore. They can't. The evils can't stop us anymore. We're gonna be such healthy people that will live longer, and they don't want that. We'll outlive them. As they swing, we sing. Okay. As they swing, we sing. Okay. Anyways, have a great night, guys. Talk to you guys next time. In the meantime, be good to each other. Love you guys a lot. May God be with you all. And we'll see you in your dreams.
Everyone lives, everyone dies.
Where we go on, we go
Everyone
all. Cute.
Round the world for all the night. So why is it war? Why do we fight? There's one sea, one time, one earth. So you and I gotta learn to live together. When one hurts, when one needs, we all gotta learn to live together. Peace, make peace, make peace, peace. Alright. Isn't it time, brother, stop dying? Isn't it time, mother, stop crying? Stop the fighting and the hate. We gotta make peace before it's too late. There's one sea, one sky, one earth. So you and I gotta learn to live together. When one hurts, when one needs, we gotta learn to live together.